It is December 20th, Saturday. I told you guys I'd have you a December 20th message, and here it is. And here is the legendary, sacred Bear Scott Stadium path. You're looking at it right now. Empty Bear Scott Stadium today. Nobody here at the moment. Been a while since we've had a Saturday visit to Bear Scott. Today's water temperature at the beach area is, we had an increase, a pretty big increase over the last couple of days. 42.1, still low enough though to be a record low, but higher than 2 days ago, which was 39.9. Record high was in 2015. That was 51.8. Took a little while in 2015 for it to get to under 50 degrees. Frank Addington here on the Frank Addington channel. Happy birthday, Peter Criss, original drummer for the band Kiss, and also happy 77th to the great Alan Parsons, the Alan Parsons Project. Last night there were some rumblings about a possible beach area visit this coming week. Very unlikely. But people talking about the 26th of December. You never know, but it's very, I would say probably not going to happen. Eerily quiet today, Bear Scott Stadium. All right, Christmas Fest. We're 19 days in of 25 days. It's been an incredible Christmas Fest so far. Covered a lot of different decades. Covered the 1890s, the 1930s, a couple of 1930s films, a few 1950s films, 2 or 3 80s films so far, a couple of 70s films, 60s. We've done a couple of in the 1960s, and then 1940s. We've done 2, including last night. So we did Star in the Night last week, 1945. And then another 1945 movie last night. Great film called The Christmas Dream, or A Christmas Dream, 1945. This is our leadoff film last year, Christmas Fest, and brought it back this year. This one clocking in at 11 minutes. Czechoslovakian film, short film. It's not an unknown film, but it is a deep cut. It is highly. It is talked about. Say one of the great Christmas short films that there is. This one starring Yana Hrdlicova, and that's it. And a bunch of little toys. It's really good. It's kind of like the movie Toys, I guess. Maybe that's where they got their idea. They're in a short film. 6 Nights. That's last night's feature presentation, picked by General Peters, and it's called A Christmas Dream. 1945. Dreamy looking field here at Bear Scott. As always, got a little Bear Scott Stadium. You can still see the lines here. 6 nights left. Just 6 evenings remaining in Christmas Fest. Pretty solid. Six nights left, and still 5 must-watches to go. Can we do it? Andy last night watching Prancer, 1989. Really feeling the Christmas Fest. Some of the kids yesterday watching some little Christmas stuff on YouTube at their Christmas parties, so they were enjoying Christmas Fest as well. Age-appropriate little films. The last 5 must-watches remaining are It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, John's Church's Christmas Service, 2025, a live viewing. A Christmas Story, 1967. We also have Santa Claus, 1959, and then The Perfect Tenant, 2000. We have not had a 90s film yet. We have not had a 2000s film. I think the latest film we had this year, if memory serves me correct, is 1987 Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. I might be missing one here. It's really quiet at Bear Scott today, guys. Very quiet. But in the world of sports, it is not a quiet day. Got a lot going on in sports today. Just look at the leaves here at Bear Scott. And since I'm right here at the end, let's check out the treetops here on the final day of fall, boys. That is worth noting. So the first day of fall was Monday, September the 22nd. We did a Bear Scott Stadium visit that day. First day of fall. It was still incredibly summer-like here. All the greenery still up there. And now, on the final day of fall, it's not terribly cold, but you can see all the leaves have fallen. All right. Tulane takes on Ole Miss today. So we got like 4 college games today. So Tulane Ole Miss is significant because the winner of that game will advance to play Andy's Bulldogs, and then we have the Miami Texas A&M game. The winner of that game will go on to face John's Buckeyes. And then since I'm filming this in Virginia, little Virginia representation this year in the NCAA football tournament. Do we call it a tournament yet? The playoffs. James Madison University taking on Oregon today. The controversial James Madison selection over Notre Dame, and another one people didn't like. Winner of that game will play Texas Tech. All right. Then we got 2 games in the National Football League today. Let's talk about those. So first of all, this is the first time in weeks that people are going to ride along with me with the Easy 16. Okay, week 16, in Easy 16 and week 16, everyone knows if you have anything lower than 16 on this game, Philadelphia at Washington, which will be a home game for the Eagles. For those of you who have that game, I don't even know if it's on TV, but if you're tuning into that one, the all Eagle fans in Landover, Maryland, that's nothing new. They always take over that stadium, and they will sodomize the Commanders today. So put your 16 down. It's an Easy 16. The other game, now I've been talking big about this one. This is a huge game. Game of the week, perhaps. NFC North matchup tonight, 8:30, 8:20 kickoff on Fox. We'll be watching that, playing trivia, getting drunk, maybe. Packers at Bears. Now, this is one that I talk big about, saying I'm putting Easy 14. I've changed my opinion on that, guys. I do not have a confidence on this game for either team. I don't think either team is a runaway pick in this game, and I don't think either team Packers or the Bears are going to be significant in the NFC playoffs. Do not see either of those teams going on a deep playoff run. Maybe a wild card win at home for one of them, and that will be the end of it for either the Bears or the Packers. So I just don't know how this game is going to go tonight. It looks like it's Packers favored by 1.5 for some reason. The Bears, everything going on their side, injuries for the Packers. Appears they can game plan better with the head coach and defensive coordinator at home at night. Feels like everything's going the Bears' way. I don't know. Something feels weird about that. This is the Bears. Will this year be different? That's a division that just keeps going back and forth between those two teams. The Lions kind of hanging around, kind of dicking around. I also brought up a scenario where the Bears could lose out and go 10-7. It's very possible, boys. Tonight's game against the Packers, they could lose. They're an underdog. On the road next week against the Niners, that could be a loss. Then at home against the Lions. Now it is the Lions on the road, but division game, not a lock at all. So you could have the Bears going 10-7, missing the playoffs. And meanwhile for the Packers, they have tonight's game. It's a toughie. They got the Ravens next week. And they finish with the Vikings, who can spoil things as well. So both of these teams, maybe the Lions will win the NFC North. Maybe. All right. We're at Bear Scott Stadium. And I do know this, Bears and UConn have been picking up that afternoon trivia karma. So that could be tilting the scales in their favor for tonight's game. And going forward, I'll ride it as long as possible. Christmas Fest 2025. We Three Kings of VCRs continues tonight. And it looks like we are going to get one of our must-watches tonight. Barring something more unforeseen, I do think it's going to be Perfect Tenant 2000, starring Maxwell Caulfield, Linda Pearl, Earl Holliman, Tracy Nelson. And I'll talk about that one tomorrow. Stacey Hogue. Talk about that one a little bit tomorrow. If we knock that one out tonight, it is. If and when we knock that one out, it will be under review this year. As far as will it remain a must-watch for Christmas Fest. All right. 3 days until the big party. The big Wire Club party. This is arguably the best party of the year. It's between this and the NFL Draft Party. Arguably the best party of the year. It will be on Tuesday evening, 23rd of December. It's typically when we have it. That's our typical date. So start making plans for that. What you're going to wear, what presents you're going to bring, what you're going to eat, all that good stuff. And this is Bear Scott Stadium. This is General Peters on the Frank Addington channel. Saying that life is always better when you're living it above the duck line.